Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
But this time it is. This time it is. Why am I streaming at this bizarre time of day? It is 9:35 in the morning to me, a.m. on a Sunday morning, which, yeah, in Israel doesn't mean much because Sunday we don't have Sundays in Israel. You know, that's like the weird things you got to get used to. It takes about 10 years. We don't have Sunday is like Monday. We have Friday is kind of like a semi-off day, and Saturday is the Sabbath. So yeah, we're off. So why am I taking this opportunity to broadcast to you, my wonderful audience? Why am I broadcasting you at this ungodly hour day in England, where most of my people in the audience are? It's 7:36 a.m. Who's watching? And if you are watching, thank God, very good for you. Who's here? We have Leroy. I don't know you, Leroy. We're gonna check. I'm sure my guest will tell me all about you. Todd's Truth is here, and Molecular Art's here. Yo, how you doing, man? I am here because I had the chance to leap on a stream with Rob Arnold. Rob Arnold has a new IndieGoGo out, and it looks freaking awesome. Like, I saw this thing, I was like, what the hell? And I was like, I loved it. So yeah, I loved it last time I was on. But there's such a freaking quantum leap in quality. I'm so excited to get him on. Without further ado, Rob Arnold, the Replicator, is here. And by the way, anybody interested in checking out his campaign, it is both in the comments, and in the comments, and in the description. Go click it now. It looks awesome. Rob, how you doing, mate?
Good. What an intro. Yes, I'm fantastic. Leroy and Todd are Comicsgate regulars, so thanks for coming across, guys. Yeah, going great. Going absolutely amazing.
You got some Dark Star here as well. It's 5:36 for you in it's like 5:36 in Eastern Australia. Yes. Well, are you in Eastern Australia? I have no idea geography. Where are you?
Yeah, like southeast in Melbourne, in Victoria. So
right. So all I know about Australia is basically like the cursed earth, right? Nothing in the middle, and a few bit around the outside. A few Aborigines, and don't mess with them because they're hard bastards. Okay, that's basically what I understand, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Very true.
Very exactly. Let me pull your campaign up so we can look at it as we talk. So again, this campaign, I think this is. I'm not a. I'm going to teach you a Jewish word. I'm not that much of a maven. That means an expert in comic. I like Comicsgate, but this must be, I think, one of the most successful campaigns to come out of Australia now, isn't it?
It's up there. I mean, it's only 3 days in, so you can't
exactly.
Yeah.
It's doing pretty darn well.
Yeah, Australia is really kicking some behind at the moment with comics and Comicsgate. So yeah, it's going really well. Where it ends up, we'll have to see. But yeah.
Okay, so let's pretend we don't know anything about Replicators. Fill me in a bit. What's the idea of this frankly fantastic looking comic? Tell me the premise behind it.
Yeah, so basically there's a virus in England that kills millions of people. Two corporations see it as an opportunity to take control of the country. One creates superheroes or mutants, and the other uses technology like super soldiers and robots. And they fight it out to see who's going to take over. That's the basic.
Right. And so this is issue 3. Do you want to give like a quick synopsis of issue 1 and 2?
Yeah, sure. So it's basically that first corporation who create the robots. They've created a sanctuary in England. It's free from the disease, but it's only for a certain type of person, rich, powerful, or someone who has something to offer. Everyone else is
a great group if you can get in with them. Okay, if you can get in with them, exactly. But if not, if you're me,
yeah. And basically everyone else is considered waste. So their laws apply, and if you don't follow their laws, you get killed or whatever they determine.
Right.
And there's a scientist who's been working on a cure for the disease, a chance for England to come back from the hell that it's been in, and she goes missing. And that is essentially what happens in the first 2 issues. There's a lot of action and stuff as well.
I was going to say, there's a lot more like pulse pounding stuff going on. Look at is this new for this book or is this from a previous book? I freaking love this. Look at this.
This is a Replicator 3 cover by Rob Willis, and Rob Willis is.
What else has he done? Because I recognise his work.
He's working on Shinobi Sasquatch, but he's done covers for a lot of things.
I love that book, Shinobi Sasquatch. It is awesome. I recognise his work.
Yeah, wow. He's probably one of the most talented artists going around at the moment. He's incredible.
So listen, I got to ask you, how'd you get him to a cover for you?
I asked him, and he's like,
there you go.
Yeah, it really is that simple. Like, you know, a lot of the time it comes down to money, and a lot of the time it comes down to time. And, you know, we agreed on a fee, which has since gone up now. His rates have really skyrocketed, and he gave me like a 5-month waiting period, and that was fine because I knew how long it was going to take. So I just said, yeah, that's fine. I can wait 5 months. So really easy.
Excellent, very good. And so again, what would you attribute? Because this campaign's done better in 3 days than your last one, which in 60 days, right?
Yeah.
So what would you attribute the quantum leap in success about?
Everything, really. Like, I learned a lot from what happened last time. Last time I was meant to launch on someone's stream. It didn't work out, so I kind of launched with just like a whimper just before bedtime.
Right.
And this time I had a huge build up. I had a really cool sign up rewards, which was original art that people could win.
Okay, yeah.
I had a huge, like just under 700 signups for that. And then I launched on a stream, and we launched for 13 hours. 11 and a half hours.
You did an 11.5-hour stream?
Yeah. And
whose stream were you on?
How to Draw Comics. So my friend
Clayton Barton, right?
Clayton Barton and his brother Corey, they held down the fort for me and promoted the book. And then I went off and I went on Shane Davis. I went on John Malin. I went on a whole heap of other streams and just got people, got eyes on the book.
Listen. I'm going to ask you to take me to Comicsgate School. Because here's where I am right now. I have a book I'm about 50 pages into, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got 50 pages into drawing. I got 2 other books. One is about 36, 9, like 150, a bit more than that. Pages of story, and then there's a bunch of background stuff. There's it's a good 200, I think 220 page book, right? Black and white book. So I got that one. I got another book which is about it's like a 30 page book with 100 page like bonus stuff, right? So I figure I have enough stuff for a bundle. So where I am right now is I'm about to do a new cover for the 230 page book, because I want to do something a little bit more like Vertigo-esque, but like once I get that done, I'm planning on starting my sign up list. I want to start it by Halloween. I want to get the sign up that campaign going by Halloween, with the idea of launching by beginning of December. I think that's probably a good time. What would you advise? in just in general?
I would break it up into 48 page books. Firstly, so I'd break that 200 pages, however many times it goes, into 48 pages.
Why?
Because it's your first book, yeah? Or is it your first one that you're putting out crowdfunding?
No, this is something I already done. I've crowdfunded it. It's completed. This is, for me, it's old work. Where is it? Like for me, it's like, here's my idea. Like, I notice that people do better if you have a bundle, right? If you can offer somebody, this is my book, but they say, look, you can also get this and this as well, right? So, I'll pull it from here. If you can do that, I think that people respond better to that.
Yeah. So how long?
I want to rebrand it with a new cover.
Yeah. And would you be looking to do it with Comicsgate, or would you be looking to do it?
I am so Comicsgate. I am 120%.
Awesome. But have you launched with Comicsgate before?
No, that's what I'm asking you. Take me to Comicsgate. How do I do it?
Yeah, I would launch it as a 48-page book initially, because that's what the standard Comicsgate book is to start with.
Right.
And then I would build it up and then do it again. And then that way people will get to know you and, get to know your work.
Right. Okay, I hear. But again, I was just thinking of offering this book as a bonus rather than the main thing.
Well, you can try it. You can definitely do it that way.
So my question is, how did you get on what was it, John Malin's stream, for example? Did you just ask him what do you do? I don't this is where I am now. I can make the campaign, I can make the book, I can make the channel. I've made my channel. I've done all that stuff. I don't know now how to get onto those bigger streams, which will sell your book, which is for me, I think, the most important thing.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much just saying in public that you're Comicsgate, and then going to people's streams, interacting with the chat, and then getting to know them, building those relationships, and then just asking them. That's pretty much all it is.
Look, interacting with the chat, I think it's so important. Yeah. So I was going to say, interacting with the chat is I spend a good hour a day going over the comments on my videos just to interact with people.
Yeah.
I think that's essentially what you're doing, I think, with it. So listen, let's talk about the tiers. I think the best tier you got, if you're new to this book, is this one. The you get all 3 issues. So how long is each issue?
They're 28 pages, but the third one's 32. So
right.
The 3 issues are 88 pages in total.
Okay, and it's full color.
Full color, yeah. Amazing covers.
I was going to talk about that. Who does your coloring for you?
Well, the colors on that cover there are by Clayton Barton. Aaron Alfeche did the colors on issue 2, and Clayton Barton did the colors on and cover for issue 1. So he's super talented.
Do you have a picture of it anywhere I can zoom into? Oh, no, you don't, do you?
The other covers.
I love that cover of issue 1. You offered it as a poster, didn't you, on that campaign?
Yeah. If you go down to right to the bottom, I've just added some stretch goals in. So
okay, let's have a look. We love stretch goals.
Yeah. And that's the thing. With campaigns, you'll see stretch goals that are 25, 50, 75K. These are 4, 8, 12, 16K. So we've already unlocked 4 of them.
Oh, yeah, here they are. They're just opening up now. Oh, yeah. Love this cover. I remember this cover.
Yeah.
Fine. You can go for the green or the greeny blue or the red. I prefer the red. It's unlocked. There you go. I'm glad to hear that. And I love this green cover with the this was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. You unlocked this one as well. This is excellent. So what's next? You busted through all these already. What's your next goal?
Well, it's this one here, the 20K one, which is an art team bonus for the Replicator 3 team. So everyone gets a $250 bonus, which is, it's not a huge amount, but it's still a pretty decent bonus considering the amount of money we've raised. And we start work on Replicator 4 as soon as Replicator 3 is finished. So, people.
This one was a lot quicker than your last one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because of the success of the last campaign, I was able to get most of this book done before we even launched. So if you go back up, you can see a progress of where we're at with the book.
And again, this is the thing that just blows my mind about Comicsgate. It's just a proven path to success, which you're on it. You're actually on it now. Yeah, it's again, this is why I want to look for my first campaign. So I can you don't do anything until you take that first step, right? It's very exciting. But sorry, go ahead.
Speaking for me personally, it seems like the more amount of time you spend in Comicsgate, the more people start trusting you, and you build those relationships. And then when they feel comfortable with you, that they come out in force, And as long as you put out a quality book as well, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear that. Let me just say hello to people in the chat. Skip Edwards Art. How are you, Skip Edwards Art? And Shane O'Sullivan, a great time for our lives and just woke up not too long ago. Listen, I used to do Sunday morning in England at around 11 o'clock. I would wake up on after getting home at like 6 in the morning, whilst being on the booze, as one does, to wake up. And then there was a show on called Network 7. Janet Streetporter had this youth TV. It was like a 3-hour show of just weird stuff you watched in bed. As you were like a great unwashed teenager that I was. Ether freaks. What's ether mean? Being conversation simply is about upholding ideals. Well, again, upholding ideals of respecting the customer, fulfilling your promises at whatever cost. Yeah, this is stuff you should have just learnt in kindergarten, right? This is like I can't believe the world is that we are with it. Be nice to people and keep your word. Your word's important, right? That's it.
Yeah,
it's really important. This should be their baseline, right?
Treating your backers with respect is a huge deal.
Absolutely.
Like, you've got to listen to what they say and treat them appropriately.
Problem being is just going to bed. There you go. I saw that thing you sent me by the problem being. That looked like a make a great poster. There we go. So, Rabbi, I still sent you a. I just spoke about it, like literally just now. Fine. So when do you reckon? So if you it seems to me that you're going to be starting Replicator 4 straight away. When do you reckon your next campaign will be going then at this rate with your rate of success?
I don't like starting campaigns until the previous one's fulfilled. I just don't. I think you can do it if you're a big creator and you've put a lot of campaigns under your belt. And this is my 6th one, so I fulfilled on 5 other ones, but I still wouldn't do it just yet. And I've set June next year as the delivery date, but I expect to crush that. But
it's always worth whatever you work it out, and then add 2-3 months. I think is
exactly
reasonable,
especially with what's going on now.
Exactly.
It's insane.
So who's doing the interior art on this?
So it's a guy called William War Reyes. He's amazing. We've got an inker called Cis Eris Duena, and the colors are by Corey Barton, and a little bit of magic thrown on top by his brother Clayton Barton. And it's just sick. Like,
by the way, I love the design. I remember this from the previous issue of these troopers with the skulls on their faces.
I
think you got a better pick. Yeah, you see it better. I freaking love those. I'd love to get an action figure of that.
Yeah, me too. And Ghost as well. I'd really love to get an action figure of.
Which one's Ghost?
Ghost is the one on the cover up the top.
We go up to the top. Oh, that'd be sick! Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Tell you, how was it? How many issues are you get before you finish this story arc?
I've got an ending that I want to get to. It's going to take a while to get there, so it's ongoing at this stage. And I'll keep writing it as long as people keep liking it, which it seems like they are. They're really digging it. I'm getting heaps of great feedback, which is always
honestly. What is not to like about this? You have great action. You look like I love the glass shattering around her. She's incredibly hot. Great guns. It's like what more could anybody actually want out of a comic book? This is so much fun.
Yeah, Az actually shouted it out the other day too, which was much appreciated.
Yeah, I hear that. That's really nice. Very cool. So anyway, you're the writer on this book, right? Not you don't do any of the art.
Writer creator.
Fine. So would you have any interest in starting a second strand and having them because your boy Zach has 3 strands going at once? Would you be interested in doing anything like that, or do you just want to stick with this story for now?
No, I do, but this is my main focus, and I think people, because there was a long wait time between Replicator 1 and Replicator 2, and then Replicator 2 and Replicator 3, and I want to start cutting that down as much as possible, and starting Replicator 4 once this is finished is going to help with that. So that's my main focus. But in saying that, I want to do a standalone ghost story. So this character right here, and
Right.
I've got like a Star Trek inspired comic that I'm working on as well.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, it's basically Star Trek, but with more action and more sexiness. Like, you know,
just totally. Yeah. Okay. I want it. Sold.
yeah,
Who would have won that?
yeah,
By
exactly.
the way, you know, I have this new show. I got to work out a way of recording it at a time where I can get you Aussies on. It's called the Big Comic Book Pitch. I was just telling you about. I was telling you about it before we start. Basically, you go 3 rounds where you got to like improvise comic books. One of one of the rounds was last week, the week before. The fictional universe that you had to do something original in was the Mirror universe in Star Trek, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the pitch I came up with, which is the one I always remember my own stuff because I'm a massive egotist. But the pitch I came up with is a comic I'd love to see. Wouldn't you love to see like the everyday adventures of Star Trek Next Generation in the Mirror universe, where they're like going around being Next Generation people, just doing evil crap, like like, but I would love, and they're being smart like the Next Generation to do that. So like, yeah. So tell me about about the Star Trek book? Like what would you call it?
It's called Star X at the moment, and it's basically taking my favorite characters from Star Trek, you know, and making them a little bit different from all the Star Treks, though, not just one specific one. Like, you know, you've got a 7 of 9 character, you've got a Data character, but they're different, and there's a lot more action, and there's a lot more sexiness. Basically everything I wanted from Star Trek as a teenager, but still having that sense of exploration that Star Trek was so good with.
Right. But you know, again, that sense of sexiness is something that oh my God, it's so verboten today. Like, you know, it's beyond me. Like, why any normal, and I use the word normal as in the vast majority of human beings, like a normal heterosexual person tends to be turned on and tends to want to look at pretty people. In fact, it's not everybody wants to look at attractive people, you know, and there's this like real like prudish po-face. I mean, like, that's why I love this page. It's like it's sexy and it tells a story. But you know, but like, yeah, it is this real prudish po-face, like, oh no, we don't want to have that male gaze. Like, why not? Like, what's wrong with the male gaze? I'm not saying leap upon a woman and formulate. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. To have like a visual sexual attraction to people, that's normal. Okay, that's what normal human beings have.
Yeah, well, it's a really vocal minority of people that are telling us that that's a bad thing, which is frustrating.
They're all freaking crazy, these people. Yeah, like, oh God, this one guy has gone nuts about me on Twitter. I don't really, but like he's one of his big things is he's ace, which means he's asexual. I'm like, dude. Whatever you are, that's cool, whatever you are. But if you do have a part of your life that's completely non-functioning, that's a problem. That's a problem. And you should probably, address that somehow. That's what I would suggest. But these people are just freaking crazy. And like, honestly, most of these people just need to be able to get laid. That's really what it is, the bottom line. And don't you think? Like, it's like I listen. We've all been spotty teenagers who don't know what to do with the whatever sex it is that you're attracted to. We've all been there, and just in my age, we knew we were spotty teenagers that didn't know what to do. We didn't think, oh no, this is a whole new brand of sexuality. No, idiots, just go and meet people and get laid. And here's a really important tip to everybody out there. Whoever it is that you fancy, whoever it is you turn. They're as scared as you are, right? They're as scared. And people generally respond to bravery. And so if you can go up with confidence to somebody and just have a conversation with them, and they tell them straight, they're like, I think you're attractive. You don't do it creepily. Do it creepily. You're out on the street. Don't be creepy. That's the other thing. But just have that confidence within yourself. And then
you know, I think you could get laid, and then you're going to be happy, and you're not going to want to spend your time on Twitter telling everybody else how they're wrong and you're right. You know, that's basically what I would recommend to all these freaking weirdos.
Yeah, and in a lot of cases too, I'm not saying all cases, in a lot of cases, it's males telling off other males with their wife knighting.
It's always that, because they believe in that it's all about getting laid. You know, that I don't truly believe that. In Game of Thrones, you know, just before it went awful, there's this great conversation between, who was it, Jamie Lannister and I can't remember the other guy, Bronn, I think, and they're talking about what's more important, money or sex, right? Money. So Jamie Lannister's like, you know, you need gold because then you can hire armies to go and fight for you and you can conquer. And then the other, I think Bronn, he says, yeah, but what do the people who you're paying with that gold go and spend it on? They go straight to the brothels. It's sex that runs the world, it's not money. So yeah, it's an interesting. Was it catch-22? So let me ask you, what you know, other than your comic, and everybody out there in the chat, everybody out there watching this, go click the link. Go click the link. Back this comic today. We're going to go over the tiers in detail in a minute about what the different ones you get. If you haven't got the yet, go for the pack of 3. Or you know, if you want to invest something for the future, for your future of your children, I think you can also get artwork, and that's a very good tier because that's something that will just appreciate in value. Yeah, and it's also, you know, just a thoroughly good thing to do. But anyway, what else is going on in comics or in Comicsgate that's exciting you right now?
Oh, everything. I just think in this particular moment, you know, a lot of the drama that's been going around, you know, the last 6 months or whatever has really just gone away. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone's making really good comics. The art quality is stepping up all around the board. And yeah, it's great. Like I'm really enjoying it. You know, Clint is just wrapping up Fatal, which looks incredible. I don't know if you've seen that book.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Ethan is released a Warts and All campaign. I mean, Corey and Clayton, for example.
He's such a good salesman that I am so tempted to get that Salamandroid figure. It looks so cool. The thing is, it kills me. Shipping's a nightmare.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm in Australia, so I've got it just as bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where do you fulfill from? Do you fulfill from the States or from Australia?
No, from Australia. The good thing is it's not as bad from Australia as it is from America to Australia. It's not too bad going out, so that's a good thing.
No, cool. So what you get it printed in Australia as well?
Yeah, we've got a really good printer. The quality is really top notch. I like even Clayton, who Corey and Clayton have got a book called Kozor, and they read my book and they're like, "Wow, that quality is better than anything else that I've backed."
Do you have a copy that you can show off?
Of my book, yeah, like
have a look. I mean, big.
Yeah.
You can see the sheet on the cover, how it's not going to disintegrate. Oh, look at that! That looks lovely. Yeah, great cover. I love that cover. Yeah, that's another one you released as a stretch goal, right?
As a stretch goal, yeah, you get a print of it as a stretch goal. And this is the one by Clayton as well. That's issue 1. This is by Arnold Fetcher. I'm not sure if you're aware, but he's he's a giant big deal now. He's working on Jawbreakers and Graveyard Shift 3. So he's
really? Very cool.
Right up there.
Let's talk about the tiers. So you get this I think is the best one. So it's 44 US, 62 Australian. 40. That's not bad. So what do you get for that?
Well, you get all 3 issues, and you get 3 different covers. So you get one by Clayton Barton, you get one by Aaron Alfetchi, and you get one by Kanan White. So 3 incredible artists. It comes bagged and boarded, sent in a Gemini-like mailer. And it comes with a super digital edition too. So it's got about 150 pages worth of extras. So like colors, inks, a bit of commentary here and there, and character design, and just heaps of stuff.
Yeah, look, I tell you, look, $44 for that. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It's a great package to get. But let's say you already got it. You can just get the issue 3 for 15 US.
Yep.
20 US.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the standard cover, right?
That's a Canaan White. Yeah. Yep.
Right. Which is this one?
It is. Yep.
Right. And then this is the black and white one by Rob Willis. Oh man, I don't know which one to get.
That's a black and white. That's a black and white interiors as well, so you get to see all the line work without the colors.
Oh man, I want both of those. do you have a tier where you have both of them?
I have a tier where you have all three.
Well, let's keep going.
Yeah. And this is the
Dan Fragger one to come. Okay.
Yeah. Dan Fragger agreed to do a cover, and Dan Fragger is an incredible artist, so that'll be amazing.
Absolutely.
And then you've got the 3-pack there.
Tell you, this is a good one to get. Again, 44 US. Because I really want the black and white one. That black and white one looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah. Do you have any of the black and white interior art here I can see or not?
Yeah, there's a little bit down on the page. There's not heaps up there, but it is really good. It'll just be below this. Just below here. Yeah.
Love that cover. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like black and white comics. I really do. It is very, and again, because I like the color as well, so I would want to get both.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dan Fragger, Rob Willis, and Canaan White, like 3 incredible artists. So, I mean, it sells itself, really.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's great. So, and then if you're new here, again, $84 for you get everything, right? You get issues 1, 2, and 3, and the 3 variant covers, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, you get both variants of issue 1, which includes a limited edition Blue Virgin cover, and there's only 69 of those left. Well, actually, only 39 now because 30 people have already bought it. You get both copies of Aaron's issue 2 cover, which he colored as well, both those. And then you get all 3 covers for issue 3. So it's 7 comics in total.
Right. But, again, I think it's more than that because I really believe we are at the birth of an entire... This is the new movement of comics. Like in comics now, I think the way it's changed is that you've got to absolutely love your work and love your comic because you've got to sell it. You've got to go direct to the audience to sell it. And I think the age of having these mediocre pieces of crap comics that everybody bought habitually is over. It's just over. Right, so now we're in. I think this is one of the most significant movements in comics since Spider-Man, since Stan Lee just put together the Silver Age. So listen, this is what I'll recommend to everybody out there: get this big bundle, get this big for $84, which isn't a lot of money. Get this big bundle. Seal the books up. Keep one to read because you want to read the book, right? Or if you want to be really anal about it, read the digital. But people like keep one to read. Seal them up. I'm telling you. 5 years from now, this is at the Could you imagine if you bought the Silver Age Spider-Man 27? What would you be selling that for now? Was it not Spider? Amazing, whatever it's called, Amazing Stories or whatever they called, Amazing Adventure. I can't remember. No idea. What's that worth now? Like, I'm not saying you can. Your investors going to appreciate it. I think it's certainly going. Like, especially when you reach a point where you put this together in a graphic novel, these aren't going to be collectible. I think this thing is $84 well spent. I really do. But let's keep going. But wait, there's more. Oh, these are all gone now. You've had all the pages gone.
All gone. We'll probably put some more up. But I really liked what we did with this tier because when you get an original art tier and it's like this is the page you get, right? Right. Whether you like it or not. What we did was we let people pick from 17 different pages what page they actually wanted. So you could go in, you could see all 17 pages and then choose one, and then that's taken out, and that's the page you're going to get. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Here, one second. Let me show you something else. I was going to again. This is all I know. I'm being very, very partisan here, talking about me. But here, let me show you this for a second because I got all the artwork for this comic, which I was going to offer as a tier for Where is it? For my campaign. There we go. So let me just scroll down here. So I got like about 30 pages of this artwork.
Oh, nice.
This is one I did because I wanted to add an extra page in, but I got all this stuff here.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's great. It's a guy from the Philippines. This is here. Let me. Okay, I always talk about myself because I love my work because that's who I am. So it starts off The Prisoner. I love The Prisoner, but they all sing their own theme tunes and stuff like, and then this other car comes by and smashes into him, and he's singing the James Bond theme to da 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 da, and so. To himself, so the prisoner's like, "I've got your number, you little sod! I've got your number!" As he's like driving away, and he's with three young ladies as James Bond is up driving around. Right, and so and next morning he wakes up and he's had a bit of a wild night because one of them's dead.
Oh, that took a turn.
I can't remember. Did I show you this last time? You were
no, you didn't.
Okay, so most of a large portion of it is about this monkey in a spacesuit dragging this dead body around because it wants to get rid of it. There's the Patrick Troughton's Doctor Who there for some who gets on with them. So yeah, this was really the idea that caused the whole story. He puts her in the broom closet, but he's got to carry all the toilet paper with him. To make room for the body, right? And basically all hell's breaking loose, and this big monster's arriving into reality. All for this one reason, so the monkey can throw the toilet roll at him. He grabs it, right? And this invading entity looks through the toilet roll just as James Bond walks up. Because haven't we all done that as a kid, right?
That's cool.
He shoots it, and he fine. So right. So what? Okay. So my question is this: I'll show you where this goes to. He breaks reality, and then Ian Fleming wakes up and starts writing Casino Royale. Which is the basic idea of the story. Yeah, maybe bring your campaign up back again. Go like that. So, how much you think is a good price point? Do you think for original artwork?
That's a really hard question. It's whatever it's going to sell for. That's the answer.
Yeah, I'm talking. Listen, you're now an expert. I'm talking to an expert.
It's tough because Ethan can sell original pieces or original covers for $10,000. It's dependent on your audience.
That's true.
So I can't give you an answer. I think $250 is a fair price USD. But it depends on the quality of your art. Ours all of it went within 3 days. So I probably could have increased the price on that.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. My parents were fantastic business people. I'm terrible. My parents had this supernatural ability to charge the absolute most amount of money that anybody would spend, even begrudgingly, over and over again. They used to have concession stands at Wembley, at concert halls, and they would sell just crazy money. They would sell like a Mars bar for like £3, which is it's normally like 20 at the time, and people would say I bet you got a Mercedes in the garage. My mother would go, yes, actually, I do. But I can't do that. I feel like I just feel it's a little bit. What's the word? Exploitative. By the way, Ether Freaks over there says a very, very smart and intelligent comment. Yes, Svi is great. I agree with you. Need more hit the subscribe button. I'm just going to give a quick plug because I do weekly competitions here. The prize this week, freaking awesome. You got 2 graphic novels you're going to get. I'm going to make myself big. It's not. It's no reflection on you. This is the first one, Shakara. It's black and white with this little hint of red in it. Freaking love this book. Earth gets destroyed in the opening page. The last human gets killed on page 3. That's how bonkers it is. It's crazy. And you also get Red Razors. This is the second graphic novel. It's a spin-off from Judge Dredd, set in the deeply capitalist East Meg 2, about 50 years after Judge Dredd, where he's a genetically he's not. He's a lobotomized street thug who's been turned into a judge, right? And he's got his partner is Comrade Ed, a genetically engineered talking horse, and they are on the hunt for the body of Elvis, which is a religious artifact that has been stolen. It's just freaking bonkers. So anyway, you can win both those graphic novels tonight. I'm going to be on the TARDIS Zone, we're doing a watch along of a Doctor Who story called Gridlock, which is also freaking awesome. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel, and in the comments leave the hashtag Zarjaz. Go check the video notes. Everything's down there that you need to know, including the link to this awesome campaign, which I want you all to go and back right now. Fine. Okay, so what do you think has been the most embarrassing bit for mainstream comics in the last year?
Mate, one thing? Jeez.
This is not, you don't have to take this. This is not written in stone.
Safe space and snowflake.
Oh yes, which vanished. It killed me. They vanished, right?
That was pretty bad.
It did just by the Rorschach, which I'm going to do a review of, because I reckon it's got to be awful. I reckon it's got to be absolutely terrible. But I'm really looking forward to reading it.
Oh, mate, you could list off 10 things off the top of my head, and honestly, I do not follow the mainstream industry much at all. Like, I pretty much only back, independent comic books now. I've got one book from the mainstream, and that's Lazarus.
Who is that? I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, I've got it here, I think. It's this one.
Oh, I have seen that one. Yeah. Right. Any good? What's it about?
It's kind of like a different take on the post-apocalyptic story. So it's kind of like Replicator, but just a little bit different.
Listen. If you like post-apocalyptic stories, don't bother with Lazarus. I mean, look, I wish you, Greg Rucker, I wish you all the best. Go and do yourself Replicator, okay? Yeah, listen. Pennies are getting tight in this pandemic. If you have to decide what awesome comic book you're going to read, it can only be this one over here, which is Replicator. Again, look at the freaking cover. How's that even a question? It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I only want to do comic books if I can have like the best art quality I can possibly get, and I think we've smashed it. Issue 2, incredible. Aaron Alfecci, now massive star. Issue 3 took me ages to find someone I thought who was on a similar level, and I think we've done that too. Like, you saw Game of Thrones season 8, I assume.
Yeah, yes, I did.
Yeah, you remember that nighttime battle where you couldn't see anything? This is a nighttime. This is a nighttime battle, but it's lit up.
Yeah, I see the difference. I enjoy this one. I don't feel like I'm being ripped off with this one. I don't feel like being ripped off with this one.
Yeah, it's lit up with fire, and it's got mood and power and energy, and like
exactly.
Beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, could you imagine having a property that great and pissing up so badly? Like, really? It's it amazes me that Hollywood still is just not really getting it. Like, isn't the destruction of Game of Thrones like a sign that you can't just do whatever the hell you want?
Yeah, there's two things I've been saying quite a lot lately. One, you're never going to write something as bad as the final season of Game of Thrones. So get writing the comic of your dreams. And two, I haven't been as heartbroken with the final season of Game of Thrones since Optimus Prime died in the 1986 animated movie.
That's a knife in my heart. No, I tell you, there was no kid that didn't have a didn't shed a tear. It was kind of like if you're a few years older when they killed everybody off at the end of Blake 7. You're like, what the hell? What? Like, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, and the fact his body turned black, and then you're like, oh,
yes,
dude, no, please, that's enough. And then his eyes went black.
Oh,
that's the day my emotion.
Man, that was a hard night. That was a hard night indeed. Fine, listen. We got to work out a time. When are you free generally? Because I want to work out do an Australian big comic book pitch with you guys. Well, you're right now it's what, 5 o'clock for you? It's like 5:20.
Yeah.
That puts you at
No, it's 6:20 at the moment p.m.
6:20 is fine. So that means it is. The clocks haven't changed for you guys yet, right?
They've already changed.
Oh, okay. So as haven't. So you're 8 hours ahead of me. Fine. Listen, I'm gonna talk to what's Lucent Comics guy's name?
Michael Bancroft.
That's the one, because I thought you were him, and I'm like, but this comic looks so different, right? You even got a similar background. You got different haircuts, so that's the easy way to remember. Different haircuts, you both have beards. But I want to get you. I want to get him. I got to find somebody to moderate it. Like, I normally get Noel from the TARDIS to moderate it, but if it's like 8 a.m. for him, I can't put that on. Maybe he'll be up. I don't know. Let me think. Do you like, who do you think be good to host and like moderate?
I have no idea.
Think it through. Because this show is tons of fun. Yeah, I do. If I say so myself, I do recommend it. But again, you know what? I think this is like, something central to selling comics is that you just got to believe in it that much and love everything you do that much, because that's what makes people want to buy it. That and just being around and being a decent person. Yeah, I think that people like that. Yeah,
for sure.
Fine. Okay, listen. I don't think there's anything else we can say other than buy this comic. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, really. I mean, this story is as Dan Frager says, my wish fulfillment. So it's everything I loved growing up. Judge Dredd, as you've brought up. You know, superheroes, mutants, monsters, robots fighting each other. But it's also everything that I hated, which is not in the book. It's not people standing around a water cooler talking for 4 pages. It's not superheroes.
Have you noticed that SJW Comics, they're always sitting at home? You have a superhero, and their issue is they sit at home and they talk about food. That's what I was like, really? Maybe you should go flying, go in the sky.
I'm not sure if you've seen the one of the Superman issues, but there's a double-page spread and it's covered in text, like balloons everywhere. It's absolutely.
Listen, I'm going to pitch you my Superman comic, which I want to do at some point. I'd have to make my own Superman. By the way, anybody out there who wants to work on licensed properties, make your own. It's easy as anything. Okay, we all know Homelander is Superman, and there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. So here's a Superman comic that I would like to do. We'll start off I have him I would like to how Superman's very majestic. I want to get that vibe of the Richard Donner movies, have that soundtrack going in your head. So start off, I'll have this Fortress of Solitude is floating in the lower orbit, massive stuff, and he's close up of him rubbing his dog's head, because I think Superman is pure Americana. 100% pure American. So it's rubbing. There's nothing more American than dog ownership. So it's rubbing Super Dog's head. You pull out slowly, and you see him sitting on the top of this massive structure, and he's you get the majesty of Superman. So basically, that world's Lois Lane, we'll call her Laurie Lynch, whatever, and she's scored an interview with Superman. So he comes and picks her up, but before the interview can get started, a version of Mr. Maplitsnik turns up. Hits him with a reality ray, and boom, next page, he's in a 1930s style Superman comic, right? So, and basically, what happens is he has to break out of each version of himself. So you basically get a history of Superman. You go from 1930s, you get a 1950s vibe, you do a 1970s, you do a gritty 80s version. You come to present day, and he's a black woman. He's what the hell's going on with me, right? Before he breaks out, and then he slaps Mr. Maplitsnik. And I guess a backup strip would be the interview, Lois Lane's interview with Superman. But I would love that book. So that's my elevator pitch. Would you buy that book?
Yes, I would.
You see, this is a man of taste and discernment, and as he's a man of taste and discernment, go and buy his book. Go and buy this book today. I recommend it very much. I do. You know what? It's really easy to recommend because it looks good. Look at it on the screen. It looks good. Fine. Okay. I'm going to hit the AIM broadcast button. But I've always complained about this, that StreamYard is made by weak men, weak, indecisive men. Because you hit AIM broadcast, you know what they ask you? Are you sure?
Are you sure?
No, yes, I'm bloody sure. I clicked the button. Okay, I'm sure. Be positive in your judgment, man. That's what I say. Be sure. So I'm going to click the end broadcast button again, and I'm going to get a little whizzy ball go around. And we don't know when it's going to stop. I click